Hey guys, today let's do the unboxing and overview of the recently released DJI Osmo Action 3 action camera, the third one in the series. They reverted back to using Osmo. So yeah, the first one was called Osmo Action. Second one was just called DJI Action, didn't have Osmo in it, and then I guess they put it back in. They changed their mind or something. I don't know why they even took it out in the first place. But yeah, first of all, they actually removed Osmo from the Pocket line too. They called it the Osmo Pocket, and then they just call it DJI Pocket. So I'm not sure what's going on with this name. The second one was just called DJI Action 2 though. Now it's called Osmo Action 3. The form factor also reverts back to something that looks similar to the first Osmo Action as well. This is a standard combo which retails for $350. You can also get different accessories for it, biking and skiing, diving, adventure, all sorts of different accessories, but this is just a standard combo. Let's take a look here. 4K 120 FPS, super wide field of view. Actually, she doesn't say how many degrees actually. Horizon steady, which I guess is their top-notch stabilization. There's also rock steady, which is a low level below that, but I think this one has the axis stabilization as well. Horizon steady, 3-axis stabilization, I mean. Cold resistant and long lasting. I think this is an upgrade over the Action 2, which didn't have that. And then quick release vertical mount. I think this is also new. 16 meters waterproof, also new. So there are a lot of new accessories built in. Dual touchscreen, that's also new because compared to the Action 2, the cold resistance, vertical mount, quick release, waterproof, and dual touchscreens are accessories you had to buy with the Action 2. So one of the reasons why I'm upgrading to the Action 3 is because it has all this built in, which is just a lot more convenient, right? The Action 2, you had to like buy all these other accessories, buy a waterproof case, you know, buy another touchscreen accessory that you had to mount to it. There's all these other accessories you had to buy for the Action 2, but this one, it comes with all that just built into the original camera. So, yeah, let's take a look. That's the reason why I'm upgrading to this one. Oh man. Okay. Alright, let's take a look what's inside. Alright. Here we go. You can download the app. Of course, there's a DJI Fly app. Is that right? Why is it called a Fly app? It should be the MIMO app, right? Fly apps is for drones. Okay, I don't know. That's weird. That one should be for drones. It should be the MIMO app. And then this is for camera refresh. Okay. Tip: detach the camera while keeping the adapter mount attached to the accessory. So this is the camera itself. Pretty small. It's about the same size as my Sony HDR AS300 action camera, which I reviewed back in the day, and that was one of my older action cameras. So it's about the same size as that. So action cameras really have not gotten much smaller since that one came out, which is like 2016. So more or less, I mean, there's only so much you can shrink something, right? So yeah, action cameras pretty much have stayed the same size since around 2016 or so. Yeah, about the same size as my Sony HDR 300, AS300 from 2016. Okay, let's just open up. Okay, yeah, it really looks just like a... Yeah, again, this form factor is very similar to the first Osmo Action form factor. Very different from the second one, though. And, yeah, I can see that's the lens. It really just looks like a really tiny, compact digital camera, doesn't it? Yep, it's got power button on top, and this, I think this is a quick release hatch here. Oh, is it this way? Oh, you have to lift it up, I think. Okay, there we go. I see. Oh, okay. So this is how you open it. You just start to push it up on here, like that, and then that's where you insert the battery and micro SD card slot as well. So yeah, SD card and battery is opened up like that. Very easy to use, actually. There we go. And at the bottom here, this is probably where you attach your accessories here. I think this is a magnetic mount where you can attach your accessories. So this part's very similar to the Action 2. And then this is another bay you can open up for charging, USB-C, of course. And there is this is the on button here. And there is a touchscreen on the back. Let's see what else is inside this box here. Okay, you get stickers, right? You always get DJI stickers. Silica gel, which you shouldn't eat unless you want to be crazy. And then nobody will judge. And then this is a battery for the camera. I'm gonna put it in soon. A USB-C to USB-C cable for charging and for connecting to a computer. It comes with a case for it. Nice. So nice of them to give us one of these. Yep. So yeah, give us a nice case here, and then it gives you a kind of suction mount here. Not apply to clean surfaces. Okay. The suction mount, and then you can mount it. This is very similar to what you see on GoPros and stuff like that. So pretty nice. All right, and we have a quick start guide here. Safety guidelines. Got to be safe, guys. And I'm guessing it's a warranty or something like that. So it's a bit of paperwork here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's paperwork, and then you get these accessories with the standard combo. Alright, so yeah, what you notice about this camera is that by default it has this waterproof kind of casing around it. So that's really good because you don't need to buy something separately for this like you had to do with previous DJI Action cameras. It has a pretty nice big camera actually. See this big lens? Looks like the lens is pretty big. And it already has this touchscreen on the back. It has dual touchscreens, I think, this front one and the back one. So just for comparison, I'll show you what you had to do for the DJI Action 2. So this is the DJI Action 2. So compared to the Action 3, yes, it's smaller, but also in order to actually do something with this camera, like to have the capabilities of the Action 3, you had to keep attaching accessories and stuff to it. So in order to get this touchscreen on the back, for example, you had to get this touchscreen combo and then connect it to the Action 2. So yeah, in order to get the same capabilities, you pretty much ended up around the same size anyways, except this one has an even smaller display. This one has a bigger display. So yeah, you can see that to get the dual screens on the Action 2, you need to buy an extra accessory which costs a lot more. This dual screen combo, I think it was like, yeah, 400, 500 bucks or something like that. Like this is 350 right to get dual screens. So this Action 2 is going to cost you a lot if you get this dual screen combo. And then this is waterproof up to 16 meters by default. Like the waterproofing is just built into this. Whereas for the Action 2, what you had to do was buy a separate accessory, which is this waterproof case here. You had to buy this separately, and then okay, then you insert it like this, clamp it up there, and then mount it, and you don't have the other touchscreen anymore. So yeah, this is what you had to do to get the same thing as this, and you lose access to this touchscreen. So it's just a lot more inconvenient, you know. You needed an extra accessory, you need to put this and then take it out every time. It's the same thing I had to do with my Sony action camera too, as well. And a lot of action cameras, basically you had to buy the waterproof case separately. Yeah, this is a bunch of extras you had to buy, which you don't have to do with the Action 3. So that's the main reason I'm upgrading, really, is just because this is very inconvenient, right? Also, this has an overheating issue. So yeah, it's very inconvenient, the Action 2. The Action 3 is a lot more convenient. It just has all this built in. And yeah, I can just also put it in this case if I want even extra durability. So let's open up this. I think this is how it opens up. Okay. I think this is it, and then you just snap it in. Okay, cool. And I got an extra durable case. You need to drop this anywhere, you know, it doesn't matter. It's so rugged now. So rugged looking. Rawr. Yeah, Action 3, you're ready to do action with this, right? And it's also apparently cold resistant up to negative 20 degrees Celsius, is that right? from their website. This can handle up to -20 degrees Celsius. So yeah, if you go skiing or snowboarding, something like that, this will also be really useful. Again, the Action 2 I don't think can do that. So cold resistant, waterproof. It's very rugged now with the case, and has built-in dual screens, so you don't need to buy that as an accessory. Yes, it's a little bit bigger than the standalone, right? But then, yeah, this is like if you absolutely need the tiniest action camera, then the Action 2 is still better, but you won't have any accessories with it, right? With the Action 3 is a little bit bigger, but that's because it has a lot more stuff built, a lot more features built in, and then you still have the magnetic capabilities. Just connect it like this, yeah. Connected like that, and should hold actually. Yeah, there we go. Yep, and then you just mount this on your dashboard or whatever. You can use this as a dashboard cam for your car. You can put this wherever. This is also you can also get a tripod mount for this. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't have a tripod mount. I think I'll have to get a separate tripod mount for this. Yeah, here we go. Yep, so yeah, I'll have to use this one. There's my tripod mount right there. So, yeah, all your Action 2 accessories will work with this, of course. If you even wanted, let's see if I can do the dual screen. So I guess, would this work? I mean, technically, can I even put another screen onto this? Make it triple screen? I'm not sure if that works, but certainly the other accessories should be able to work here. Like, yeah, tripod mount, or a pretty strong magnetic mount actually. Or the one they give you here is this one, this suction cup mount. Yep, and then yeah, you can buy the different combos that come with, like biking mount, head strap mount. Yeah, you can buy all that. Yeah, here's the one for the biking. Just attach it to there. Oh, I even have this one for lanyard. I think they can attach to here. Okay, the case is actually getting in the way of a lot of these accessories, but yep, once you buy the biking mount, or the adventure mount, skiing mount, diving mount, whatever, they'll all attach to here. And most of the Action 2 accessories should also work with this. So yeah, that's it for the unboxing. Now I'm going to test it just like I do for every other camera basically. Oh yeah, so once I take off the case, I can actually fit in a lot of the DJI Action 2 accessories now. So yeah, and attach it to a lanyard like this, so I can, you know, record stuff when I'm walking around like this. So this is fairly useful, I guess. And then yes, the dual screen accessory can technically attach like this, and then have triple screen, right? I actually have a triple screen. And another extra accessory here. Wow, 3 screens. Let's put in the battery and boot it up actually. So let's put this bad boy in. Okay, it's like this. Alright, let's start it up. Alright. Oh, look at this. It's got a selfie cam on the front here. Front and back. So it's, yeah, again, dual screen, so it displays the same stuff. So yeah, once you turn it on, it'll actually ask you to download the MIMO app, and then you can set up your Osmo and everything like that, connected to your DJI account. But then once you do that, yep, this is what it looks like. So you got field of view here. Change this to wide, ultra wide. That is pretty ultra wide here. Even normal wide is pretty good. Pretty wide, standard. Okay, so standard is basically what you would get from your phone camera actually, and then wide is basically, what is this, like 0.7x or something like that. Ultra wide is like, you know how you can zoom out on your phone to maybe like, if you have your ultra wide angle on your phone, it's like 0.5x. This is a little bit more than that. This is like maybe like 0.3x or something like that. So it's like wide is like 0.7, ultra wide is like 0.3. This is like even more ultra wide than your phone ultra wide lens, I believe. So it's pretty wide. Priority, at least compared to my iPhone 12 mini, is what I'm going by. I know some of the Samsung phones actually have some pretty wide angle lens, like ultra wide angle lens, but compared to the iPhone ultra wide, this can be a little bit more ultra wide than that, a little bit wider than that. And then EI's priority at low light, remove ocean blur, image sharpness will be affected, ambient lights, okay. So EI as per, so electronic image stabilization priority in low light, which will help some low light videos, I think. Pro, okay, click that. Yeah, you can adjust your exposure settings, white balance, color, and field of view. Your microphone, you can adjust your microphone to have stereo mono channels, noise reduction, and this is directional audio. Okay, directional audio, I see. So front off. Okay, so this can change to more of like a cardioid setting where it only records from the front, but for omnidirectional, it'll just that's by default. Okay, so all the controls here. Then it has a, cause this one is going to be facing me, so yeah, you have dual displays here, and this is the front one. So yeah, this is good for selfies, right? If you want to record yourself, selfie videos, then this is really, really useful. And like I said, it's all built in. Not like with the Action 2, you need to buy that separately. This is all built in. Yeah, actually for the Action 2, you only have one touchscreen, and you have to add the other one too, right? So yeah, your standard controls here. You can see all your videos here. I didn't put an SD card yet, but yeah, you can see like all your videos and photos you've taken, and then here you can change the mode to photo, video, slow motion, time lapse. You can change it to these different settings. So yeah, you can do. Oh, it's kind of hard to see with this camera, but yeah, there's slow motion, time lapse, video, and photo. I don't know who takes photos with these. Usually I keep it in video mode. And yeah, I'd say this is a lot easier to use than the Action 2. Action 2, you had to kind of like swipe up certain ways and use gestures. It's really annoying. This one is a lot easier to see where I can adjust the settings. And that's your setting for that. The camera, you got battery life right there. And then here, yes, you can just click on this one at the bottom here where we can adjust your resolution here. You can set the stabilization here. By default, it's on RS mode, which is rock steady, I believe. Rock steady is pretty good for most people, but if you really want the best like 3-axis stabilization, you go with horizon steady. But be sure, like when you click this mode, it's going to crop the video in more. So this is going to be the most stabilized mode, but it's also going to crop your video a lot more, right? Because it has to adjust more for the shaking. So yeah, keep that in mind. Like horizon steady isn't always the best choice, even though it's the most stable mode. It's basically if you prioritize stability more than anything else, then horizon steady. But otherwise, I usually stick to rock steady because this is stable enough, right? And it's a wider field of view, so you can see more in your video. Yeah, but if you really need to be even more stable than that, then horizon steady. Yeah, and I pretty much never use off. And the resolution here is 1080. You can do 2.7. 2.7, you can do 1080p, 2.769, 2.743, 4K 69, 4K 43. I'm not sure who's viewing 4K 43 videos, but yeah, you can adjust that. I'll stick to 1080 just to save on battery life and space on my card. Usually I don't really film more than 1080 on my YouTube videos. It's just, yeah, not many people can even watch better than 1080 on YouTube anyways, unless they're on a 4K TV. So there's really no point, and then it takes up more battery life when you're recording it. It takes up more space on your hard drive, on your SD card. So to me, it's not worth it to do more than 1080 usually, unless you really want to crop into something. If you're cropping a lot, then sure, I think 4K makes sense. But again, battery life and space is what you got to consider. Then frame rate, you can adjust 30. 60 is probably what I'd go for if you're doing something action. But then you can do slow motion if you go up to 120, or 240 is the maximum if you want really slow motion in your videos. And there's a slow motion setting on this anyways. But 60 is probably what I would do for action cameras. Yeah. And then you can do loop duration here. Yeah, 1 hour, up to 1 hour, 1 hour loop duration. Nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's the standard controls. I actually wonder what happened if I attach this. So this is nothing, right? Does it work? Oh man. Be cool if we can add an additional screen. So we can have 3 screens. But this only works with the Action 2 maybe. Yeah, maybe this only works with the Action 2. Would be nice though. Yeah. Anyways, and this is the record button, of course. That's pretty much it for the controls for the Action 3. So stay tuned for the footage here. Alright, so right now I'm using the Osmo Action 3 camera, just walking around Vancouver, and I think this is a good time to show you guys a little bit about stabilization, because I can just walk around like this. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm using the standard wide angle right now, shooting at 1080. It's actually very easy to take this video. I can see myself on the secondary display here. But I can also put it on my lanyard here, like this. Walk around. You guys can see what it looks like. I'm just walking around Vancouver downtown right now.
buy our liquor from this store right here. We can't buy liquor from normal convenience stores like in other countries. You go to a special store to do it, such as Canadian law. JJ Bean. It's a coffee shop. There's a lot of Vancouver coffee shops. Lots of good weather today. Really good for October. I'm glad that it hasn't started raining yet here in Vancouver. It's just really nice weather right now. Waves Coffee, another Vancouver coffee shop, coffee chain. Robson Street. You can find many Asian restaurants here, especially Korean restaurants and Japanese. Beer Robson. Mochi. Korean restaurant. They have a chain, actually, jumbo chips. One near my area too. Right, so I checked a little bit of the urban area here, and you go more towards an area that's more residential. Get away from the crowd a little bit. Nice. Yeah, look at all those nice trees, everything here. Just want to walk around a little bit more. You guys can see, oh, Vancouver. Look, so much nature, and yeah, we got urban areas, we got nature areas. I wouldn't say there's like that many people in most of the areas except for like downtown. But most of the case, Vancouver is actually, yeah, it's fairly quiet, I would say, compared to other major cities. Yeah, see, this is a Sunday afternoon, and not that many people outside right now. Yeah, so besides downtown, I would say it's a fairly quiet city. Some people might say it's too boring, but you know, that's up to people's preference. If you want to live in a city with a lot of nightlife like New York, or a city that's very quiet. You can just go to countryside actually. Smaller town, and if you want that. Vancouver's kind of got, it's got downtown, which has a lot of people, but then a little bit outside of downtown, it's definitely quieter. By the way, this is using Rocksteady, okay? I'm not using Horizon Steady here. Street, pretty major street.
Our presentation.
You can see it's the fall season. We got it. Fall trees. Nice. Yeah. Look at it. Look at the trees here. Ah, it's nice. It's really fall. yeah, I really like the weather and the season right now. I can see the beautiful trees and everything. Really nice. Alright. We always have a lot of tall buildings here downtown. Alright guys, so yeah, you got an idea of how the Osmo Action 3 works and performs. Very nice. Finish off with that nice walk. Alright. So that's it guys, that's the Osmo Action 3 and it's pretty amazing actually. I'm using standard wide angle, rock steady, don't even need horizon steady. So it's pretty stable I think. And I remember back in the day when I just maybe just 5 years ago, like when I was walking down the streets of San Francisco, in order to get footage this stable, I had to use my DJI Osmo Plus, which is like a handheld like gimbal, right? So that's what I had to use in order to get footage this stable. Now we can just use a small camera like this, and I can already get some pretty stable footage, which is pretty incredible. How tiny this camera is and how stable the footage is. So yeah, I think it's pretty impressive. So that's it guys. If you enjoyed this little demo walking through Vancouver. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, let me know. I think this is a nice upgrade from the DJI Action 2. And even I think for some cases it can replace the Osmo Mobile as well, although I still use the OM5. And I know the new OM6 came out, so there's still some good uses for that. But definitely with the Action 3 and the OM and the DJI Pocket, I guess, pretty much replaced the old gimbal that you had to carry around, the old original Osmo gimbals you had to carry around. That was kind of big, bulky, you had to carry that. I think I had to have my own carrying case for that, so definitely this is a good evolution, a step up from that. Right? A lot smaller, a lot more portable, and just as stable, I think. So, as you guys, as always, thanks for watching. Peace out.